got some new sandalwood potpourri. Smells nice. Well, I had a few things to say. I got a few things to say. I'd like to say something about the uh, the ascension information that's being disseminated on YouTube. Um, there's a lot of good information out there, but of course, everything is half truth. Okay, because there's no money in the truth, and everything revolves around money. So there's no money to be made in the truth. It's only half truth because everyone's got agendas and everybody works for someone else and everybody's got certain threads and you know that they're under blah blah blah. Okay. Hold on. Make sure this thing's still working. Still working? Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I don't want to. Okay, we know spiritually aware people know. Anyone who is sincerely walking the crooked path, any sorcerer will tell you that's one of our codes is not to discriminate against anyone who's spiritually walking, who's seriously engaging in, you know, the crooked path, the spiritual path, you know, seriously, you know, walking it, you know, doing the best they can. So I'm not, you know, trying to discourage anyone from disseminating what they know as truth. But if you're disseminating false truth on purpose, then you're unrighteous, you know. Okay, so uh, so in the pursuit of truth and spiritual perfection, you arrive at one truth after another truth after another truth, you know. That's why, you know, some of the things I said were wrong. So then I made another video saying, no, I was wrong about that, you know, because I'm doing the best I can. I have no one to train me. You know, I have no help here. The only help I have is on YouTube, Google, and the spirits. You know, that's it. You know, there's no one's. I'm not. I didn't grow up in an Illuminati family. Nobody trained me. You know how to establish virgin birth. Nobody trained me how to ascend. Nobody trained me how to read code. Nobody trained me about the color schemes. No one trained me about all the scorches. No one trained me how to listen. Nobody. Okay, all this shit I had to teach myself. You know, we just a hell of a, you know, it's no little project to do that. You know, been tough. So, but what do we got? Okay, we got these people out here. I'm gonna explain this now. I'm giving the people the benefit of the doubt like I always do. Okay, so what do you got? Some of this. Okay, these people. This is what they doing. They disseminating half truth, but you can never discount half truth because there's truth to be found there. So they're disseminating half truths. And at the same time, they're scorching the shit out of me and everyone else, not just me. They're scorching my stars, they're scorching the ministers, and they're scorching the human race, they're scorching all these people. Now, when you see a video where someone's making a video and there's a bookcase in the back, that is scorch. It means I'm going to put you on a shelf. When you see a video and there's a hill behind them or stairs, that's a scorch. It means you got a long way to go. You'll never prevail. Okay. If you ever see a video where there's a fence behind them, okay, that is scorch. It means we got you locked in. If you ever see a video where there's a door behind them, closed door, that's a scorch. It means the door's closed and you're fucking imprisoned and you'll never get out. Or if there's a window with the, you know, this window frame, you know, like a jail cell or squares, okay, that's a scorch. It means you're in prison. Okay. So all these are scorchers. So these people are disseminating half truth. Some of it's good information, some of it's not. And at the same time, they're scorching you and me or whoever. Okay? Now, if you know how to read code, you know how to listen, you know how to read code, you know how to interpret the message is scorched too. Okay? I can write a message that is somewhat good information, but at the same time, if you confirm it or decode it, it's a giant scorch. You know, told, Phil. You know, so this is what these people are doing. You know, now I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. The people are under threat. Now they might be making these efforts on their own just to be a scumbag, or they might have gone to their superiors and they might have found some kind of sympathy for me or the human race in general, and went to their superior and say, "Yo, you think I could disseminate this information?" And their superiors say, "Well, you can disseminate the information, but you gotta scorch the people at the same time." Okay, not okay. So that's what. So the people may be in that predicament. They may be trying to help us, but they're forced to scorch us at the same time in order for them to release the information. You understand? So anytime you see a video where there's rows of chairs behind you, means you're stuck in a row. There's no way out. And then if there's balconies behind there or rows or something, okay, it's a scorch. We're gonna put you on a shelf. Or you're in a box, because people are trapped in separate fractal universe boxes, whatever. So, okay, these are all scorches. Now, what's another scorch they're doing? Well, these people are actually making videos with places where I used to live, pictures of the house where I used to live in the background, and they add in other houses and trees and other shit. So the only, unless you're very aware of that certain house or that certain, okay, they sold the house in Bristol where I used to live. Okay, then they added in a bunch of other trees and houses and other stuff. But I know that's the house I lived there, but it's way in the back in the distance. Okay. So scorch. Then they showed my parents' house where the bar is, and then where my father sits and has a drink at night, does his little jumble on the porch, whatever, the golf course behind there. So they show that, It's a scorch. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what they're trying to do. Okay, so they doing that. What else they doing? So what is the purpose of this? Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to keep us in low vibration. Not just me, okay? You too. You watching this. They're trying to keep you in low vibration. They want to keep you in fear. They want to keep you in a state of envy, a state of want, a state of helplessness, a state of imprisonment, a state of guilt, state of any destructive emotion that you can possibly think of. That's what they're trying to propagate with these videos. All right. And a lot of them, okay, they're scorching. So they're pretending that they want to help you, but they're really scorching shit out of you. You understand? But like I said, to give them the benefit of the doubt, some people might be forced to do that because they want to help us, but their superiors force them to scorch us at the same time, to give them the benefit of the doubt. All right. So let's go on. I got a couple of revelations here. There'll be some revelations I want to read that came to me. And one other thing. Okay, so I found a way how to escape. Okay. But in escaping, it's not a moving forward, it's a regression for me. Because, okay, so everything proceeds from me. This means that everything exceeds with me. You understand? So everything proceeds from me. So when I move, everything moves with me. You understand? Okay, anybody's on YouTube, you see all the videos where the red squirrel and then the tornado. Okay. I'm in my own personal frequency, basically. The only thing in my frequency is basically the neighborhood right here. That's about it. Okay, I mean, a 0, 1 frequency, whatever. It's probably not what it is, but it's differential, and then it's just as an example, so you understand. You understand? So I don't have to concern myself with anything at all whatsoever except what happens in my little neighborhood right here, and that's it. So this way, I can feel comfortable, paying attention to myself and working on my ascension. So it's a damned if you do and a damned if you don't for them, for the enemy, because now the enemy can't touch me, but I can't have much effect on the world either. Because if I went to Washington right now, some miracle, someone decided to give me a ride there or whatever, and I tried to speak to President Obama, he wouldn't have any idea who I am. You understand? Because the President Obama, there's different timelines. So President Obama in this timeline, I don't know. He probably is not aware of me whatsoever. So, okay, but so it's a regression. So what else is encompassed within my regression? Well, the regression, what will happen is as I regress myself uh, back to source, um, all my testimony will be proven false. When the gang stalker Hell's Angel people blew my brains out, that will actually not occur. Will not have actually occurred because that'll be erased. So by me telling the people, yeah, these people blew my brains out, and I regress, and that reality becomes non-existent, that'll prove my testimony to be false. You understand? But I really don't care. I don't care because I destroyed my unrighteous pride and ego, so I don't have to prove shit to anybody. I never did have to prove anything to anybody. I had to prove shit. I still don't have to prove nothing because I'm the central anomaly. You know, everything exceeds from me, everything proceeds from me, and everything exceeds with me. Okay, these people can tell you, oh, we created a new matrix and all this, blah, 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 blah. Unless you're outside the Saturn quantum matrix, you have no power over really. You can manipulate the inside the matrix. Yeah. But my allies are totally surrounded. Okay, so check it out. So I'm in the eye of the storm, 0, 1 frequency, boom. So the whole world's revolving around me. I mean, literally. Okay. But it's a world, but it's different, separate timelines, so it's not really a world. It's a world, not a world. You're in a world, not a world. Because you're spinning around on a giant plate with a dome over it. You're inside a television tube. You're inside of a giant television, giant video game, So that's why you can't leave, because your organs are used to this spinning motion. So if you try to leave the program, your organs will not be able to accept that change in gravity or whatever. So you would die immediately. Your body would vessel would just die. So that's why we leave. We leave from a different dimension because we have to be transformed. Or placed inside a clone body that's already prepared to accept the change in gravity or whatever. But then you're spinning around, that's what creates the gravity. So once the world spins, then there's be no more gravity. Once the world stops spinning, there'll be no gravity. You go to the carnival and you stick to the wall, you go around, around. Okay, that's the same shit. Okay, so check it out. I'm the only person that can actually leave because I'm in the center. So if you went to the carnival and you went in the round thing and where everybody sticks to the wall and you stood in the middle, you'd be glued to the floor. but you be in the center. So that's me. I'm glued to the floor, but I'm stuck in the center of the round thing. You know, I'll try and explain it as best I can. So, okay, so that's what it is. But still, I wouldn't be able to leave anyways, really, because I would have to have existed in that frequency for ever or a very long time. You know, so even I can't physically, I don't believe, could leave because I was in the spinning motion too, you know, for a long time, or for periods of time, whatever. Okay, so uh, yeah. Okay, so I got a couple. So that's it, you know. So so for me to return the vortex to the Adam Hart mother, that means that everything that happened to me is going to be erased, and so my testimony will be proved false. But at that point, you know, when we reach that point of awareness, then people should be aware of that you can erase actual events from what happened from the past, you know, through regression or whatever frequency change, you know. Okay. So there you go. Let's move on. Here's a couple of revelations. Uh, okay, this I basically just explained testimony will be proven false because the events will be erased. They'll be non-existent anymore. They would like never happen. Okay, as redemption is to be one by one, it becomes uh okay, let me see. Let me read it anyways. Let me read it anyways. Okay. In returning to timeline, it becomes erased and non-existent, i.e., all unproductive events like a Pac-Man. That's why they got the Pac-Man thing, whatever. In doing this, it will prove my testimony to be viewed as false because it will actually have never occurred. This gives ammunition to the enemy. As redemption is to be one by one, it then becomes their choice to illuminate my testimony as deceitful or to find humility and accept my efforts as an avenue of redemption that has been laid before them, and they will accept and engage and capitalize on this choice to redeem themselves or continue in their unproductive ways. Okay? This return to coinciding timelines and frequencies is a great leap of faith on my part, as I will have to have faith in my allies to protect me as enemy will once again have access to harm me. You know, I may, you know, gain access through my regression, you know. But they already know that, so I'm not revealing any secrets, you know. I'm not, you know, they already know how I said, okay. Or I can continue to return beyond my recent lifetimes, all the way back to source creation and the Adam Heart Mother that will engulf the enemy along the way, leaving them no chance to continue to exploit the Saturn quantum matrix. This return is actually the best course of action for everyone, as their karma will become erased as well, and a constructive rebirth could be attained by all. As this is a free will establishment, for every action, there's equal reaction. This is a double of everything, as does dimensions mirror each other. As the tree of weird mirrors the tree of life as an opposite Sephiroth, so do those in the land of the living. The tree of weird is toxic to the uninitiated and spiritually inept. The tree of life and the Kabbalah is toxic to those who exist in the land of the dead. Okay, you understand? Trust in the continuity of righteousness, as our intentions are always the most important thing. And at source point, there is a magnetic force that will cause everything to eventually fall into a place that is conformable to its imposed conception. Okay, I told you, at the back of the TV, what you got, a magnet. So that means, you know, it's a magnetic pulse, you know. So when the vortex returns to source, it goes back to the magnet. So electricity goes one way or the other. It can't go both ways. You understand? That's why I say you can't have it both ways, because that's where I came from. So when when it returns, everything will fall into its place, you know. But don't forget that this is a bipolar establishment. It's a free will establishment. So for every action, there's a reaction. So that means that for every person watching this, you have a twin out there, because it has to be that. It has to be that way. It has to be that way. There's no other way it could possibly be. So why do the gang stalker people? What's one of the privileges that the gang stalker people get? Well, they are aware of their twin. They cohabitate with their bipolar twin. Let's just say good twin, evil twin. That's where they got that. Okay. So that's how they create clones of the same person that don't exactly look alike, that are easily confuse people. You know? So they got two twins. You got the plus clone. You can't. There's no such thing as positive or negative. Okay, it's productive or non-productive. That's it. There's no good or evil. There's nothing else. Okay, so you got, let's call them the plus. So you got the plus twin and the minus twin. So what happens? So when you become a gang stalker person, what is it? They meet each other. Say, hello, I'm Mr. Plus Twin, I'm Mr. Minus Twin, or Mrs., you know, whatever. And then they cohabitate. Now they do more than cohabitate. What else do they do? Well, they stand there, you face a certain way, you stand on a lead mat, whatever the fuck it was, I forgot, they did it to me. So you stand there, you hold a rod, and then you connect with your twin. So you can see what your twin sees, they can see what you see, and if they have an orgasm, you have an orgasm too. You know. So it's just a little you know, it goes deeper than that, but so they probably feel emotions and shit like that too, you know. So that's a privilege for these people, you know. They get a lot of privileges, but don't forget they're under threat. They make them sell crack. They make them fucking gang stalk people, steal people's souls. I mean, you know, they make them do all this horrible shit. But to give them the benefit of the doubt, all gang stalker people are all tricked into it, manipulated into it, threatened into it, pressured into it, born into it. Okay, you know, most gang stalker people don't. They're not born and say, "I want to go be a gang stalker person." No, they are fucking forced into it. A lot of them get forced into it because they catch a charge and they tell them, "Well, go to the fake help place and become a gang stalker person and sell crack for us." Then, okay, I gotta go. It's one at the door. All right, see you later.